When the farmer swapped. Hari was a farmer. He lived in a small village with his wife Gita. Their life was simple. Hari worked in the fields, and Gita looked after the house. They had a small piece of land, a cow, a few pigs, some hens, and a cozy little home. Every day, Hari woke up early and went to the field to do farming work. Gita stayed home and took care of everything else: cleaning, cooking, taking care of the animals, and many other things. One day, after a long and tiring day in the field, Hari came home and saw Gita resting for a moment. He was feeling tired and annoyed. He looked at her and said, "You are so slow. You don't do your work properly. I work hard in the field all day, and you waste time at home." Gita was hurt by his words. She had been working all day too, just in a different way. She looked at Hari and replied, "If you think my work is so easy, then let's switch roles. Tomorrow, I will go to the field and do your work. You stay at home and do mine." Hari laughed loudly. "Okay, no problem. Your work is easy. I'll finish everything before lunch." Gita smiled, knowing what was coming. "Fine," she said. "You will need to milk the cow, feed the pigs, clean the utensils, take care of the hens, and spin the yarn." Hari said confidently, "I will do it all. Don't worry." The next day, Gita woke up early and got ready just like Hari used to. She wore an old shirt, tied her hair back, and left for the field with the farming tools. Hari stayed at home, feeling quite relaxed. He stretched, had a slow cup of tea, and looked around. "This is going to be simple," he thought. "Much easier than farming." He started with the cow. He picked up a bucket and went to the cowshed. He had seen Gita milk the cow many times, so he thought it would be easy. He sat down and pulled on the cow's udders, but the cow didn't like it. She kicked him hard on the leg. The bucket fell, and some milk spilled on the ground. "Ouch!" Hari shouted, rubbing his leg. He tried again, more carefully this time. He managed to get a little milk, but it took a long time, and it was very difficult. Next, he went to feed the pigs. He picked up a basket of food and went to the pigsty. As he bent down to pour the food into their trough, he hit his head on a low wooden beam. "Ah!" he shouted, holding his head. It hurt badly. The pigs didn't care. They just started eating happily, ignoring his pain. After feeding the pigs, Hari walked back to the house and looked at the kitchen. There was a big pile of dirty dishes. Some had oily stains. Some had dried food stuck to them. He rolled up his sleeves and started washing them, but it wasn't as easy as he thought. Water splashed everywhere. Soap slipped from his hands. One big plate slipped and fell to the ground. It broke into pieces. "Oh no!" he cried out. Now he had to clean up the broken pieces too. His clothes were wet, and the floor was dirty with soap and water. Then he remembered the hens. Hari took a small bag of grain and walked toward the hen coop. As soon as he opened the gate, one hen flew up and flapped its wings in his face. Another hen pecked at his foot. He jumped back in fear. "What is this?" he shouted. He quickly threw the grain on the ground and closed the gate. The hens rushed to eat, but Hari stayed far away. He didn't want to go near them again. After that, Hari sat down to spin the yarn. He had often seen Gita do it while talking or listening to the radio. It looked easy and calm, but when he tried, the thread kept breaking. The spinning wheel didn't turn smoothly. His fingers hurt. The thread got tangled again and again. He tried for a long time, but couldn't make even a small roll of yarn. He looked around the house. It was a mess. The dishes were still not done. The floor was dirty. The milk bucket was still in the shed. The pigs were making noise. He felt tired, dirty, and defeated. As the sun began to set, Gita came home from the field. Her clothes were dusty, and her face was tired, but she had finished her work. She walked into the house and saw the mess everywhere. Hari was sitting on a stool, looking helpless and worn out. He looked at her and said softly, "I'm sorry. I was wrong." Gita didn't speak at first. She sat down beside him. Hari continued, "Your work is not easy. It's hard, and it never ends. I couldn't even finish half of it. I respect you so much more now." Gita smiled a little. "That's all I wanted, Hari. Just respect. We both work hard, just in different ways." After that day, things changed in their house. Hari didn't complain anymore. He started helping Gita with small things around the house. He began to understand her better. They both worked hard, but now they also worked together. Their home became more peaceful. They started to laugh more, argue less, and respect each other more. Hari often remembered that one day when he had tried to do Gita's work and failed. It taught him an important lesson. One day, a neighbor asked him, "Hari, you seem different these days. What changed?" Hari smiled and replied, "I stayed home for a day." The neighbor laughed, not understanding the full story. But Hari knew how much that one day had changed his view of life and his wife. And from that day on, Hari and Gita lived happily, working together, understanding each other, and respecting each other every single day.